Hello, and welcome back. Or if this is your first time joining us on our weekly series, welcome to the conversation. And you can review back to previous recordings on other topics on our lssholdings.com on YouTube. We invite you to subscribe so it'll be easier to find the messages every week and stay current. So today we're going to talk about back to work and the steps to getting your building ready for employees to come back. The premise of this message is to discuss that over the next few weeks and months, as areas stabilize from COVID-19 pandemic and the stay-at-home restrictions are lifted, and organizations will begin to bring employees back into the physical workplace and open businesses to customers, which has already begun in other parts of the world, but there's really no blueprint for this. This is to help us work through these steps together. The key points of the webinar are to once again explain who we are, LSS Holdings, and our companies. We're going to discuss the 6 readiness essentials, and we're going to focus on cleaning and an introduction of UV disinfection and EPA approved disinfection. So who we are, we're LSS Holdings, which is comprised of 3 divisions: Hughes Environmental, our services group that provides environmental facility cleaning, duct cleaning, ceiling and rafter cleaning, and combustible dust remediation. LSS Life Safety Services, which provides fire and smoke damper inspections and repairs, fire and door inspections, repairs, fire stopping, UVC lighting solutions, all centered around life safety. And now launching SafeNetics, the online certification platform and safety e-learning for inspections coming this month. The 6 readiness essentials will be broken down in preparing your building, control access, reducing touch points, preparing your workforce, creating a social distancing plan, and communication. Let's step 1, preparing your building to ensure your building and offices are safe and ready. As we all know, we need to prepare our buildings. For the first time ever, we've had to really talk about cleaning plans, and now is the time to take those extra measures to clean. And we mean deep or really clean. We need to create a robust cleaning strategy that you can implement prior to your doors reopening and then beyond. We need to pay extra attention to any high touch areas that employees touch. And we need to consider the use of commercial cleaning companies and environmental cleaning companies to ensure the use of EPA approved cleaning products and thorough cleaning and protocols. So using companies that understand what's required and understand efficacy and having a plan in place from now and into the future. High touch areas are common areas: the break rooms, the lounges, waiting rooms, mail room areas, copy machine areas, training rooms, office supply areas, water fountains, and elevators. Mailroom, mailboxes, cubbies, packing tape, paper reams, cardboard packaging, mail scales, and marketing material. Workspaces, office doorknobs, chairs, telephones, light switches, lamps, fax machines, Xerox machines, desk spaces, cubicles, and meeting rooms. It's going to make us think differently about all the areas that we work in and all the common spaces that we work in on our own workspace. Bathrooms take on a whole new protocol: light switches, vanities, mirrors, toilets, urinals, faucets, stall doors, hand dryers, garbage cans, and personal hygiene waste boxes. Environmental cleaning, it's okay to ask for help. This is a daunting task, and we may not have enough people in our facility to keep up with these new demands. An environmental cleaning company can provide full contamination cleaning in accordance with approved cleaning guidelines based on CDC guidelines with the use of EPA approved products. They also will have trained, highly skilled, certified many times in OSHA, FEMA, hazmat training, and also the experience of working in many different settings to clean. There are other ways that you'll need to consider cleaning as you move forward that you might not have ever thought of before. And one of them is UVC technology. It's 99% effective against COVID-19. It's cost effective, it's chemical free, it's transportable, and systems are also available to install for better indoor air quality and being able to help you kill more than just virus, but mold, influenza, and other viruses. You might have to adopt surface testing. It may be a very simple way for you to be able to verify and give peace of mind to your teams and your employees. With using COVID-19 surface testing, you can verify that the high-touch areas of your facility are clean and have been disinfected using hard surface cleaning. It's available as a turnkey service in addition to the environmental cleaning or in standalone service. It detects the presence of SARS, COVID-2 virus, COVID-19, or coronaviruses on surface. And by using these wipe samples, it's to determine the efficacy of disinfection practices on the surfaces, and you can get results quickly within 24 to 48 hours with receipt from a certified laboratory. Schedule safety, compliance, and risk inspections, including life, fire, safety systems by a certified third-party provider. We want you to note, pay special attention to your fire doors. Many employees will consider propping open fire doors so they don't have to touch them as often. Make sure the fire doors stay closed. They are part of the fire safety system and imperative of the overall fire safety health of the building. Schedule an HVAC and ductwork cleaning. Cleaning ductwork and HVAC systems is proactive. It's a positive step towards respiratory health, and it ensures your employees, especially those that are immunocompromised, are working in a clean environment by taking steps to improve indoor air quality. Step 2, prepare your workforce. Make sure you are healthy at work. Create a healthy at work toolkit. Create a portfolio of well-being content that your employees have at their fingertips. Ideas include webinars, e-learning content, tips to mitigate anxiety, printed frequently asked question guides to pin to cubicles and offices with protocols for social distancing, provide hand sanitizer stations, disinfecting wipes, and masks, and hold training on respiratory etiquette. Implement temperature screening. Set temperature threshold over which employees will not be allowed to enter the building. The CDC considers a person to have a fever when he or she has measured temperature of at least 100 degrees, 0.4 Fahrenheit. Many employers have adopted a screening threshold in the 100 to 100.4 degree Fahrenheit range, and then appoint someone with proper training, ideally on-site medical staff person or other medical professionals, an RN, a medical assistant, if possible, to facilitate or administer on-site temperature checks. Establish flexibility in work sites. Limit work site access to only essential workers and establish flexibility in their work hours. Keep the building capacity in or around the 50% range and promote telecommuting wherever possible. Some other things to remember: that we need to encourage employees to stay home if they are sick or demonstrating any of the COVID symptoms. Remind employees of respiratory etiquette, covering coughs and sneezes, sneezing into your elbow. Discourage workers from using other workers' phones, desks, or other work tools or equipment. Encourage employees to regularly clean and disinfect surfaces and equipment with EPA-approved cleaning products. Create and stick to an ongoing cleaning program protocol with a professional cleaning company. Step 3, control access. Establish protocols for safety and health checks of visitors and limit face-to-face meetings and outside visitors. Utilize temperature checks, as discussed earlier, and clearly communicate health requirements for entry into your facility. Document your visitors' travel history, provide cleaning stations and no-touch policies in reception areas, and create shipping and receiving protocols, including use of UV wands to disinfect any inbound shipments. Step 4, create a social distancing plan. Social distancing, or our new normal, many employees have not had to practice social distancing in the workplace because they have been telecommunicating or furloughed. They will need constant reminders and educations on how to do so. Ways to ensure social distancing: increase awareness around the 6-foot rule. I've seen some really clever ways to do that make it a little bit easier to understand for everyone by putting the arrows on the floor and other markings. Staggering shifts, like we said earlier, promoting telecommunicating. Revisit and revise seating arrangements, and virtual meetings, even for those who are working on the same floor or in the same building. Step 5, reduce those touch points. 1, consider video conferencing versus traditional meeting rooms. 2, turn storage areas into decontamination areas for mail and other inbound packages. 3, set rules for how many employees can be in the break room together. 4, say no to welcome back potlucks and community treats. 5, encourage employees to bring disposable food and coffee from home that don't require heating up to limit time and touch area in the kitchens. Step 6, communicate. COVID-19 Media Kit. If you have utilized Hughes Environmental to perform cleaning, we will provide you with a media kit that includes a certificate, a press release where you can let employees and building patrons and the media alike know that you have taken the steps to prepare for your reopening. You can share your sterilized by Hughes Environmental seal of approval on your website, to your email footer, email or customer newsletters, to let everyone know you have taken those extra steps to keep employees and customers safe. If you have installed UV lighting in your HVAC system, which we highly recommend, let your employees know. They will appreciate the extra steps taken for their safety. Better communicate the steps you have taken to your employees and their families. Let them know you've worked hard to prepare for their return, and communicate all of the steps you've taken and set your employees' mind at ease by letting them know what you've done. Here's an example of what those certificates and those seals will look like when you're having your facility sanitized by Hughes or buying UVC equipment from LSS or Hughes. Have a plan moving forward. Now that you have a plan for employees to return to work, what's your plan for the future? This is also a time to consider what your facility cleaning plan and strategy is moving forward. With more people in your facility, you're bound to see an uptake in positive cases. Be sure to have a plan in place for how to handle it if any of your employees get sick, and make sure to decontaminate cleaning is at the top of your list. With a solid plan, you can help slow the spread and do your part to keep your business open in the weeks and months to come. And partner with your environmental company so that we're all on the same page, so that we don't have to respond on demand, and that we can prepare and be proactive with you. And that will make the entire process smoother, many times more affordable, if you have a plan and you're working with your environmental company with that plan. So keep in touch. Here's how you can do that. LSS Holdings can be found on Facebook, LinkedIn, and on YouTube. Simply email us and we'll make sure that you are receiving content and being educated and updated in real time. Thank you so much for joining us today and for your continued support of LSS Holdings, Hughes Environmental, LSS Life Safety Services, and SafeNetics. Have a great week, and thank you very much.